I don't know what facility you guys are from. I don't know a whole lot about your lives. All I can say is that I think I've been there. I think I've been there with you guys. Just sitting there feeling alone, you know, just having to listen to staff and everyone tell you what to do every second, and it's always so structured, you know. But honestly, at this point in my life, I look back at that and I appreciate all that, just because now I understand that I wish I had that assistance. I wish I had that help now. There's a couple times where there's one time I broke out of Orangewood. Like, I put on like 4 pairs of clothes, a bunch of sweatshirts, and I was ready to go. I planned it out. I had my nurse call, and as soon as I got the nurse call, I hopped the ball. I phoned him right away. He picked me up with a couple friends. We went out. The same old thing. Hit the streets, did some drugs. I realized I was homeless. I'm like, this sucks. It sucks because it's cold, especially by the beach. Yeah, it's cold by the beach. You can't sleep. It's 3 or 4 in the morning, and you know where I ended up after I escaped from Orangewood? I ended up knocking on the door like, hey, can I get a bed? Like, yeah, and I was coming down off drugs. And I was about 18 at this time. This is like when I was like, oh man, I think I'm an adult now. It was right after my 18th birthday, and they luckily took me back in. Else I would still be on the streets right now. So bottom line, appreciate the bed you have now. Appreciate whatever food you get now. Because when you hit 18, you know, you're gonna be out there on your own. And I'm just being straight up with you guys. It's not easy. You know, I don't have parents I can still live with. I don't have family and stuff like that. As soon as I hit 18, I just made it on my own. I had no choice. So from 18, luckily Orangewood let me back in. A little loopy, you know, I was on some drugs. The staff were real nice. I knew them. I had a lot of history with the staff since I was growing up in and out of there all the time. So they were, you know, put up with me, and I was thankful for that. And went to the Phoenix house. You know, same story as Brett. You know, I was the youngest one there. I just turned 18, and there's like 50-year-old crackheads. You see, like, man, I remember one of this. It's so funny. I remember this. This old man just kept, tuck your sheets in, everyone, you know, and your sheets are all wrinkly because you have to like scrub everything with toothbrush. It was a rough facility. If you go there, you'll see what I'm talking about. We had to scrub trash cans with toothbrushes for hours. They had a whole field where had a straight, you know, it was tough work. It was really tough work, put it that way. And I remember one guy was yelling at me, oh, tuck your wrinkles in. And then he had a wrinkle, and anyway, yeah, it was yeah. But you know, it was quite an experience. I learned a lot from a lot of people there, and I learned a lot. You know, I was a motivator in the facility at 18, so I did a lot of growth. You know, I was writing people up that were like 45, you know, that owned companies, you know, and had like, you know, great lives. And the point that I'm getting at is, it doesn't matter, you know, how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You're always going to have those setbacks. Like, you guys, like, for me, you go back and forth all the time. You know, addicts, you're an addict for life. You know, I struggle with this still every day. You know, you're going to have those struggles. You're going to have those times where you feel like you're the only person in the world that, you know, that's there for yourself. And I remember there was times where I didn't even want to live anymore. I was like, you know, I would have rushed someone that pulled a gun. It doesn't even matter. Like, there's just times where you're just so alone that you just didn't care anymore. And the whole purpose of me saying this is find something. What I did, this is why I fight. You know, I found something in life that, you know, no one could take away from me. You know, I found something in life that it wasn't a relationship. You know, you guys might think, oh, my boyfriend or oh, my girlfriend's, you know, helping me through all this. No. You can't put your
faith
and dependent and all that. You got to find something, and listen to this advice, please. So I've been where you're at. You got to find something that no one can take away from you.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be rapping, hip hop, writing, whether it be fighting, you know, MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, whether it be, you know, God, whether it be spirituality. You know, find something that no one can take from you. You know, that whenever you feel those low points where you don't give a F anymore, you got to find that. And you got to have that one thing that pulls you out of that hole every time. Because I still fall back in the hole. I'm 26. I'm not going to stand here and, you know, and act like I'm all successful. I've had nice cars. I've had G35s, Infinitives. I've done the whole corporate world. I've climbed the corporate ladder. I've done all that crap. And I've ended up unhappy and just wanting to do the drugs again. Find something that you guys love to do and no one can take away from you. Like, I'm telling each and every single one of you, really find that.